Here now with more is someone who has followed the money for quite some time, Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson. You know, Senator Johnson, you've been all over this. I can't say I'm surprised that Karine Jean-Pierre doesn't want to answer questions. We just scrolled 20 pieces of evidence. But don't the American people deserve more from the White House? You can't try to coordinate strategy with Hunter, as reports suggest, and then stonewall the press.
Well, Merry Christmas. And yes, the American people deserve the truth. And that's exactly what the House is going about doing. They are building on the record that Senator Grassley and I built in terms of the inflow of tens of millions of dollars from countries that are adversarial to this nation. The Bidens did nothing. And then what Chairman Comer and Jordan and Smith have been doing is they've been filling all the details. Where did this money flow out to? The IRS whistleblowers were key. But let's face it, it's been known that the Bidens have been operating something called Biden Inc. I didn't coin that term. That was coined by, I think, Politico years ago. So the press was on to the Bidens. That they knew that the Bidens were selling influence, trading out the family name. But once he became president, once he became the candidate of the Democrats, they buried it all. They undermined our investigation, said that Senator Grassley and I were soliciting and disseminating Russian disinformation. Does that sound familiar? So again, this has been a massive cover-up. You see the corruption within the news media, but you also see corruption within our federal law enforcement, the FBI, the intelligence agencies. Which is as big a story, if not bigger, than the corruption of the Biden Inc. crime family.
No, it's a huge story. I mean, look, I look at the testimony from Joseph Ziegler, from these whistleblowers, Gary Shapley. These are not partisan figures. These are people who are not Republicans. These are people who have integrity and came forward and said, we watched our investigation be stymied time and time again. I mean, is this how the government operates? We'll cover up for Biden Inc. and takes a whistleblower, a man of great courage, to come forward to stop it?
Yes, I mean, that is what has been revealed. Dating back to the Hillary Clinton email scandal, where you had that same cast of characters that were in charge of Crossfire Hurricane. They're the ones that did the editing of the James Comey exoneration memo of Hillary Clinton. So this corruption has existed quite some time. It is a major story. The corruption in the media is a major story, but we also need to get the truth on the Bidens. And I thought what was probably very interesting about the indictment is all the cash that Hunter Biden went through over the 4 years where he wouldn't pay $1.4 million in taxes. He spent $4.9 million. $1.6 million of that was in cash. That's $1,000 a day. By the way, is that maybe how Joe Biden got his 10% as the big guy? In untraceable, cold, hard cash? Those are the kinds of questions that Chairman Comer needs to ask Hunter Biden in a sworn affidavit in a sworn deposition. That's why they need to get him behind closed doors and pepper him with questions from legal experts.
You mentioned $4.9 million, and what's interesting about that, you have Kevin Morris, this star-studded attorney who reportedly, according to Joseph Ziegler, lent Hunter Biden $4.9 million for all kinds of payments. I mean, who just shells out money and says, hey, here you go? Why did he do that? More influence peddling? What is this?
That's another $64,000 question, isn't it? It's obvious some kind of influence peddling. He's expecting something in return. People don't just shell out that kind of money without expecting something in return. Another thing that's, I think, very troubling, I think the media really needs to ask this, Hunter, I know you're troubled. I know you had a drug problem, but not everybody with a drug problem spends $800,000 on women and adult entertainment abusing sex-trafficked women. That'd be a question for the media. How many women, Hunter, did you abuse that were trafficked through international sex trafficking rings? It is grotesque. And I know President Biden was shelling out or offering to pay about $100,000 over a 4-month period when Hunter was spending tens of thousands of dollars on these women. So again, this is corruption. It is vile. And for Hunter to come out here and play the sympathy card and say that we're attacking him, we're not. We just need to get to the truth, because an American president, part of this, the head, the top, the pinnacle of this Biden crime family is compromised, and it could be impacting our national security.
Well, you say it's a question for the media. I can tell you, if I was standing at the podium, the president's name was Donald Trump, and you had the hyenas in the press corps, the question would be asked. Senator Johnson, thank you very much.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.